Welcome back to Quantreef.com. Sol sitting at 75.82, right in a tight decision pocket after basing near a swing low. Let's run through liquidity, support and resistance, VWAP, Fibonacci, fair value gaps, positioning, and where this likely goes over the next several hours. Price is at 75.82, trend reads mixed to cautiously bullish off structure, but momentum is soft. Trend and structure score high while order flow and volatility layers are weak, so calling this neutral to fragile is fair. Price sits below session VWAP at 76.29, but above both anchored VWAPs from the swing high and low near 75.20 and 75.49. Those two are close enough to treat as one zone. That's acceptance above the anchors but rejection under session value. The liquidation data itself isn't printing clean pool numbers right now, so I'll lean on the structural map instead. What's clear is stop hunt risk is flagged high here, meaning both sides of this range have resting orders that price likes to run before reversing. That's just how liquidity-driven markets work: sweep first, then decide. Watch both the downside support cluster and the upside gap zone as the places price gets pulled toward. On the panel right now there's no resistance printed above, price is trading clean into open air on that side. Below we've got support at the stop-loss level 74.51, then the Fib 0.382 at 73.71, then target 1 at 72.51, target 2 at 70.53, and target 3 down at 69.06. With nothing capping it above, downside support is more likely to get tested first if this rolls over. A clean break under 74.51 invalidates the current hold. Above price, the nearest fair value gap is that one-day bearish gap from 78.83 up to 80.34, still mostly open and a real magnet if buyers push. Below, there's a one-day bullish gap right underneath at 74.35 to 75.73, largely filled already, plus smaller 4-hour gaps near 74 and 73. On the Fib swing, price is sitting just above the 1.272 extension at 75.50, with 76.38 and 77.35 as the next extension targets. I'd expect the market to react to that Fib extension zone before it ever reaches the deeper daily gap above. The card grades this a watch, N at 81 but HTS only 53, so readiness is decent but trend strength lags. Trend and structure and institutional positioning are the layers carrying the score, while macro regime, volatility and relative strength are dragging it down. Retail and top account long percentages aren't printing, but the 4-hour taker split shows 48.5 long versus 51.5 short. Sellers are marginally more aggressive in the recent tape. With no resistance printed above and takers leaning slightly short, the more crowded trade looks like fading strength back into that Fib extension zone near 76.40 to 77.35. If sellers win there, 74.51 and the Fib 0.382 at 73.71 come into play fast, squeezing anyone long from these anchored VWAP levels. If buyers instead hold above 75.46, the path opens toward the daily gap at 78.83. Remember, SOL largely tracks Bitcoin's own liquidity flows, so check Bitcoin's picture before leaning either way here. Bullish case confirms above 75.84 towards 77.84, invalidated under 73.94. Bearish case confirms under 74.50, targeting 72.51 and 70.53, invalidated back above 77.84. So we're sitting right at that decision point, and whichever side grabs the next liquidity pool probably dictates the next real leg. If this kind of breakdown helps you read the chart, like the video and subscribe. Quantreef.com runs this same 9-layer grade, probability and liquidity structure across more than 100 coins, and there's a 7-day trial there if you want to dig deeper. This is for educational purposes only, not financial advice.